Hi, hello my dear friends. I think many of you know how much I love the tradition of AdventKalender, that idea of receiving a little gift every day in those 24 days leading up to Christmas. And some of you already received personalized advent calendars from me. And this year I really felt like I want to connect to as many of you as possible, as hard as it is in these times. Also, some of you kept asking me lately what kind of practices it is that I'm doing in terms of meditation, of yoga, of breath work, and just well-being, really. So I thought an advent calendar is actually the perfect opportunity to start sharing with you my favorite practices, the jewels that I collected in my jewel box over the last years that I have my own practice. And I want to share with you over the next 24 days my very top favorite micro practices. So this is gonna be anything between a minute to maybe 10-15 minutes per day. And I'm gonna guide you through things that are partially more physical, body related exercises, as well as pranayama, breathing exercises, or meditations, as well as some interesting facts I'm hoping to share with you around well-being in general. And my invitation to you is to take that really as an opportunity to create a practice habit for yourself in your daily life, because 24 days is actually, and that's the first interesting fact here, the perfect timing to create a new habit. And I know it's often like people tell you, yeah, if you just do that a few minutes every day, this is gonna, change something to the positive or improve, I don't know, so your flexibility, your mental space that you have, whatever it is. And it's still, even though well, it's just a minute or two of my day, it's so hard, right, to really not just skip it, not just forget it. And the interesting thing is that our brains are shaped in such a way that neural pathways, so the ways our neurons connect, that is something that you can change within 21 days, basically. Within 3 weeks, more or less, we can create new neural pathways. So you can imagine, for example, brushing your teeth. That's something you do every day, right? Since ever you remember. So that's probably a highway in your brain. Like, your brain just goes that way no matter what. You won't forget to brush your teeth in the morning. And for creating a new habit, we probably need to, there is no highway yet, first cut through the bushes and the branches and the thorns to create a new way that we can actually comfortably walk on, so to say. And that's what's going to happen if you keep practicing over about 3 weeks. It's going to be so much easier afterwards to keep integrating it into your daily routine. And I really hope that there are some practices that do resonate with you. For sure it won't be everything, but I do encourage and invite you to try out everything, and take those things into your own toolbox that you really like and that you feel helpful and supportive to yourself. That's the invitation from my side. For you, maybe also to have with you in the next couple of days, or something you might need here and there, is a block, a yoga block, which not every one of you will have at home. Instead, you can also use books that you staple up on top of each other. That also works well, and I'm gonna explain how once we get there. Something else that maybe also not everybody has at home, but that I can just really recommend to get. It's one of my favorite toys, because it's really small, it's really useful. You can do a lot of super nice things with it, which is the tennis ball. Just an old tennis ball that, I don't know, I asked a tennis playing friend or something if I could have one, and no problem. Or you can get it in every sports store, of course. Alternatively, also myofascial release balls is what you can use. That's what we're going to use it for mostly. Those you can also get online, I guess, but a tennis ball really does the job. Better even too. Yeah, and that's it pretty much. A little bit of space you will need, and of course 5-10 minutes every day, either in your morning, or some practices will also be evening practices, wind down practices to smooth you into a deep restorative sleep. So yeah, welcome to our advent calendar together, and I really hope you enjoy, and yeah, wishing you fun with the first advent calendar Türchen.